Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 440, and I'm so glad that you're here today because we're talking about the speed with which you start making money when you begin a business, or maybe you launch a new revenue stream, or you pivot your business a little bit. How quickly can you get to money? And the answer is as quickly as you want to. And you've got some choices to make as a business owner about how you build your business. There is a fast lane to money and there is a slow lane to money. I kind of liken it to like a 5-lane highway where you have, the right lane that is slow and people are coming on and off the ramps, and you have to keep braking and slowing down and the traffic jams up. Or you can be in the HOV lane on the left in terms of getting to money. Okay. And so, what I want you to take from today is that being in the fast lane or being in that slower lane is actually a choice. But if you're going to be in the slow lane, it has to be by intention. And you're going to hear why. Okay. I'm going to talk you through this and give you some examples. But some people actually have the intention of being in the slow lane, and that is fine. I just don't want you ever in the slow lane without realizing it or putting yourself there unintentionally. Ideally, we want to be in that HOV lane, right? We want to get to that point. Today is for you. If you are starting your business, you're thinking about starting one, maybe you're building one now. Hope you'll listen all the way through. It's very important. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. We talk about business and all kinds of things that you can do to change your life for the better, right? And go after those things that you've been dreaming of and that you want. I know that if you listen to this podcast, I have no doubt it will help you along your journey. So make sure you hit follow right now. Like if you're an Apple Podcast, make sure you hit the little plus button or the follow. They've changed the button periodically over the years, but it's like a follow button. And what it will do is then notify you when you open your podcast app that there's a new episode that's arrived. And usually that's Thursday morning. So I don't want you to miss out on anything that's up and coming. I've got some great guests coming too, which is super exciting. And if you've been listening a while, thank you so much to all my loyal listeners. Y'all are wonderful and awesome and kind. Thank you so much for all the messages and ratings of this podcast. Speaking of that, if you have listened for a while and you love this podcast or you found any value in it, would you give it a 5-star rating? That would mean the world to me. Or if you have 30 seconds to write a written review, that would be awesome. It means so, so much to me. Okay, that's it. On to the episode. Well, hello, friends. I'm so happy you're here. We are talking about you building your business in the slow lane or the fast lane. I'm going to share with you both options. And here's the good news. You get to choose. You get to choose if you want to be in the slow lane or the fast lane. But I do know that the majority of you would rather be in the fast lane to money. Am I right? So you may be here, today with your business, and maybe you're just not gaining as much momentum as you thought, right? Maybe you're building it right now. Maybe you're just getting started, or you're kind of growing and you're like, it's not the pace that I thought. Or maybe you're in the idea stage and you're even starting to like begin things. You're not officially open, but it's like going really slow. And you're like, I don't know when I'm going to get open. This is for you. I want to help you gain momentum. So I want you to kind of think about this right now, that if you were in the slow lane to money, okay, what is the slow lane to money? What does that look like? So I'm going to kind of paint the picture for you, okay? So by the end of this, you're going to understand what the fast lane is, and I think you're going to make the smartest choice for you. The slow lane to money is the one where you are offering something that people have no idea they have a problem they need to solve, that they need to hire you for or buy from you. They just don't even know. They don't know the problem exists. What you offer is not common. People don't know about it. They've never been educated on it. And so they have to first realize that they have a problem, that there's a need that they have, and then they have to be willing to fork over money to pay for it. Okay? This is a slower lane. Now, let me give this a disclaimer. Some of you have great ideas. You have a great product or service, And you are simply in the slow lane because it is going to be an education process. But once you educate, you can start selling. I'm just making the point today that this is a slower lane to money. So if you are choosing a business to be in, you have to know that building a business around a product or service that no one knows they had a problem with before, they've never heard of this. Maybe something you're offering is innovative, right? Maybe it's cutting edge. It's some cool idea that people didn't even know should exist or that they had a problem for. And they're like, oh my gosh, I want to buy it once they get educated. That's best case scenario. If you have something people don't know about, but once they hear about it, they immediately buy, then that's good. It's gonna take even longer if you have to not only convince them of the problem that they have, but then somehow get them to realize that they should pay money for it. That's the hard one, right? But that's okay if you have something that you know is worth it in the end. But I just want you to know, if you're complaining that you don't have momentum, this could be the reason why, that you are on a mission to educate. You're on a mission to educate people, right? So think about your product or service right now. If nobody knows it exists, nobody knows that there's a problem, you are gonna have to be out marketing, you're gonna have to be out networking, you're gonna have to be out talking to people. Okay, so this is a slower way to money. It may be by design for you because maybe you are going to be first to market with something, right? But it is a slower way to money. Here's another slower way to money is that when you sit back, try to perfect your website, try to perfect your product labels, try to perfect your service offering, try to perfect the way you look, the way you act. You're trying to perfect it all so that you can come in at this like perfect point that a lot of times this is a slower way to money because you have delayed everything. You have delayed sales that you could have been getting to learn how to run this business. Instead, you were worried about what people thought. You were worried about what people thought of you. They were worried that you're worried that it's not coming off with the best image. And I'm telling you now, this will slow you. And this can slow you at any point in your business where you are starting something new, you are even pivoting, you are adding a new product or service offering, a new revenue stream, right? This is real. This is a real thing. For those of you doing that you have to perfect it. You have to realize that this is the slow lane, okay? It's really fear. It's really fear-based. A lot of it is fear-based when it comes to all this mind drama, like worried about what people think, worried about people are gonna worry about the cost. You're worried about, your pricing. You're worried about how you should offer it, what form you should offer it. And instead, you could have been at least selling something right now and learning from that, learning what works, learning what people say, learning what people want to buy, right? That is the slower lane to money. Okay. So, what does the fast lane look like? The fast lane is selling something that people are already looking for to buy. And all you have to do is give them a reason to buy from you. That's it. They're already looking for it. They already need it. Maybe they didn't know they needed it right now, but once you give them some reason to buy from you now, they buy because they knew they had the problem. And I always think of my son who had his power washing and fence staining business, okay, for years and years during high school and early college was doing this. People around my area all need power washing, and a lot of them want fence staining, okay? But power washing is everywhere. You see signs for power washing, and all my son had to do was show up somewhere, and his choice was Facebook groups. He would be in neighborhood Facebook groups on the day of the week that businesses could post. He would have unique posts, some videos, some just photos, and he would kind of do funny stuff sometimes. It caught your eye, and he would give them a reason to buy from him. And actually, he gave them several. He would have great testimonials, and he would show pictures of the transformation of the driveway or the sidewalk. And then number 3, he would give like a time constraint, like some kind of promo that ended in a few days. Okay. Or even that day. He would run promos in the day. Like if you text me by 7 p.m. tonight, I'll give you this percentage off. He did that. He gave them a reason to buy from him now. And power washing is needed here. We live in a humid area outside of Houston. It rains a lot. It's obviously there's water in the air from the humidity and there's grime from all of our plants and grass and dirt in the air and all the stuff. And people need their driveways power washed and people care about it. We live in a nice suburban community and people care about the way their driveway looks. So he is in the perfect area to be doing that. And then when he started doing fence staining, he loved that because they did need that. They would pay a lot for that. He didn't have to worry about getting as many customers for that. And it took him less amount of time, a lot less heavy equipment. He loved it. He loved doing the fence staining and he loved just that feeling of seeing the transformation of their fence. It made such a difference for people's backyards. Okay. So that was the fast way. He literally had nothing, no website, nothing. Would post and say, this is what I do, showed pictures, had testimonials. Y'all, I'm talking money right away. He would be booked every single day, exhausted. Okay. And then he started hiring other people to work under him. Craziness. So you have to think about your business right now, right? What are you offering that people need? Now, today, this morning, I recorded a podcast episode with Annalisa Garcia, and she has the Ambitious Vibes Candle Bar. Okay, she is opening now her physical location on Main Street in Racine, Wisconsin. And I just got off the call with her a little while ago. It's going to air next week. So that's episode 341. Y'all need to listen. She gives so much great advice. She started her business with like $500 and she's now opening a retail location, her own candle bar on Main Street. But she started selling online, okay, during COVID. Okay. And you may be thinking, do people really want candles all the time? Well, I keep candles stocked in my home. I love candles. I love them out in rooms of decorations. I burn them. A lot of women I know love them. Men, there are some men that are actually really love candles too, right? Hers are empowering and they have a special message on there. You'll have to hear all about it. It's so inspiring. But anyways, she tapped into this need that people wanted candles, but then she realized there was a need for like candle making and a need for community where people would come to her other location. So she had a previous location that she shared with other business owners and started creating events and parties. And she said, people are making friends with each other because of these candle parties. It gives them a fun place to go and hang out and have these events. And it's been amazing for the community feel. Wouldn't you agree that there is a need for community right now? Yes, there is. There is a massive need for community. So you may be thinking you're just selling candles or whatever you're selling, but you're selling something more. That is the fast lane to money as well. Okay. So maybe you don't have something that's like needed as quickly as like power washing or whatever, but you may have something that you know that people already buy. And then you add on this bonus layer that's amazing of community. And bam, you've got something that is very successful. Annalisa has grown her business so much, y'all. She's part-time in her full-time job as an ultrasound tech, where she was, full-time when she started that business. And now, full-time with ultrasound tech. And then, that's her job, full-time job. And then she started her business on the side. Now her work is just a couple days a week and she's doing her business all the other days of the week. So this is real. This can happen for you. There are so many stories. I have so many clients that offer things that people need now. They need certain kind of gifts, whatever it may be. Here's another story. So I know a friend that is looking at buying a business from someone else who's selling her business for clothing that has inspirational sayings on them and, like faith over fear and a lot of faith-based clothing and stuff too, which is really cute, very popular, especially with these Gen Xers, right? Or I'm sorry, Gen Zers. I mean, Gen Xers probably too, right? Because that's my age. We like all that. But the Gen Zs and the Gen Alpha, they love all this stuff with these shirts and sayings and all that. So anyways, she's looking at buying that and it is a booming business that my friend is looking at buying. Booming and amazing because people want it. So it's an easy transition if she were to buy it. That is in demand right now. So if you are selling something that is in demand, all you have to do is give them a reason to buy from you. And it may be as simple as, hello, I'm here, and telling people about you. Or you add some extra bonus like community, or you do something special, some kind of customization, or you're local, or you are USA made, or non toxic, or whatever it is. There is a reason to buy from you, and you need to be leveraging that. So, this, my friend, is the fastest way to money is to sell something people are already wanting and show up somewhere so that people know about you and give them a reason to buy from you. The slower way to money is to offer something that is so brand new that people don't even realize they have a problem that they need to solve, that they need to pay money to get fixed. It's a slower way to money. And that may be okay because that may be your plan. That once you get out there and get to educate people, and you know that it's going to take a while to educate them, but you know that it's going to be hit, or you really feel it, right? You know that it's made a difference for people that you've tested it with, you've beta tested it, you've had, your iterations of it so far, then that's okay. That's part of your intentional plan. But what I don't want is you to enter the market somewhere and not realize that if you're in that slow lane right now, something that they don't know that they need, that this has to be part of your time plan, that you have to plan for this to take a while. It's a slower way to money. It's not to say it won't make the money. It's just saying that it's slower to the money before you get in that HOV lane. Okay? You have to educate people. Okay? Also too, maybe you have a good product, but you're scared to tell anybody. You're waiting on perfection. You know it's something that people want, but you're scared and you want to do it right and you want to have it be the best version of your business that it can ever be. This is the slow way to money because you stall, you don't put it out there, you don't tell people, you don't help people, you're not making money. There you go. You're now in the slow lane. So again, you could have a great product that people want and they know they have a problem for it and they'll pay for it, but you're so scared that you're stuck in mind drama that it is not happening for you. And you are stuck in that right lane, braking and dealing with slow traffic when you could be in the HOV lane if you would just get over yourself and start telling people and start helping people so that you can perfect it over time. You get to perfect your business as you learn things. But don't think that you can perfect it right now. Your business is not perfect right now. It is going to have iterations and it's going to have changes and pivots, and it's this windy road, and that's what's going to happen. So in order for you to gain momentum in your business, know what lane you're in. And if you want to be in the fast lane, it's got to be something people know about, and you've got to give them a reason to buy. And if you're okay being in the slow lane for a little while, you can do all those things. It is your choice. You can have mind drama, suffer perfectionism, suffer from analysis paralysis, overthink everything, be stuck in that lane, but no, you have no momentum and you're not making money. Okay? It's as simple as that. It's a choice, and maybe yours is intentional, but just know the repercussions that you are slowing yourself to money. I hope this makes sense. I hope this motivates you. And by the way, let me tell you another story just really quick because this may make sense for y'all too. I had a problem the other day. I was realizing I need a solid signature speech. Now, mind you, I know how to put together like quick podcast episodes, and I've done some quick little speeches, maybe 10 minutes in front of 100 people and whatever at a group. And I'm going to continue to do those over the next year. Right. And they're super fun. But I don't have like a signature speech. I don't have it where like if someone was paying me to speak, like to make sure I have a solid speech. Right. And so I was like, I need a signature speech. And those are the words that I was using. So I went on Google and I was kind of looking, and then I went on YouTube. I'm like, who helps you with a speech? I actually looked on Instagram too, but I looked on YouTube and I saw a couple of different women talking about it. And then one woman I stopped on, it was with Speaking Your Brand. Her name is Carol Cox. And she started talking about how she helps you create your signature speech. So that if you go on other podcasts, you have now a format that you can use. Maybe you don't use that same speech all the time, but now you know the exact format you should be using. and to get you to have a signature speech so you can get started, speaking. Maybe you start for free. Maybe you do it in local areas and then you can adapt that speech to different things in your business and be able to go off and do that. She was speaking my language to a T. Okay. So then it says, oh, book a free call and you can hear about our program. And I was like, you know what? I probably should talk to her. I booked it that morning. This is a random day of the week. I don't even remember what day it was. Might have been like a Thursday or Wednesday. And I was in the morning. I found her and I was doing other work. And I was like, oh, she has an appointment today at 4. Let's do it. Got on a call with her at 4 in the afternoon. 4 in the afternoon. I was listening to her and I was like, well, this is perfect. She told me that she offered this program. There'd be a small cohort. We're going to be working on your speeches over the next 6 weeks. She said it's starting next week. So it was like perfect timing, right? And she gave me the price. But you know what? I didn't blink because I knew that this is exactly what I needed right now. I had a problem. I need a signature speech. I've had some opportunities where I can go and speak, but I felt a little weird because I knew enough to know that I didn't really have a solid speech. Because y'all know these podcast episodes, I riff. I just create a quick outline or like a couple points. Like this one, I turn it on, I push record. I have a couple points that I'm, speaking to, and I literally make this up as I go along, but with the points that I set out to make, right? And so she's giving me all this information and I'm like, why would I wait? So I like pretty much knew that day I'm going to book with her, but I had to think about it. And then I was like, yeah, let's do this. Like, why would I wait? I have a problem. She has a way to solve it. She has experience. She has positive testimonials. She's speaking my language. I'm ready to go. Let's go. And I've been a part of that. I'm working on my signature speech. I'm so excited. I hope to be doing some public speaking here soon. And it's scary even for me to just say that. And y'all are probably thinking, what are you saying? You speak every week on a podcast for 340 episodes now. And you're right, I do. I deal with the mind drama too. I'm not going to lie. I deal with the mind drama too. But I know that having a structured speech and having intention in what I'm doing caused me to buy because that's going to solve my problem and allow me to get out there. Okay. And so I'm totally stoked about it. I'm totally nervous, but I'm totally excited. And I have a feeling that this is how a lot of you feel too. That there's something that you've wanted to do or you want to get going and it doesn't have to be perfect, but you need a plan, you need a structure so that you can move on. Well, I want you to know, first of all, I offer programs to help people like you and offer coaching. So you can check it all out at KimberlyBrock.com. But my point is, this was my fast lane. I'm not going to belabor this. I sat there and thought, am I going to just mull over the pricing and mull over everything? No, she's speaking exactly what I need right now. When I need it, I have a problem. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready to pay. Do you know that there are people out there right now that are willing to pay you for whatever it is? You've got to show up, whether you show up on YouTube, a podcast, networking locally, you speak to people, you post in Facebook groups, you do whatever you need to do. But you tell people, do I know if her website was perfect? I have no idea. I remember looking at it, but I'm off the top of my head. I don't remember if it was perfect. I'm sure it wasn't, right? I'm sure it was good. It was good enough that it gave me the information that I needed. Did she have everything like perfectly prepared and to a T? Probably not. I bet she would say, yeah, no, this isn't, my very best, but I want it to be, but hopefully you felt it was really good. And I did. If she asked me, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I wasn't thinking about any of her insecurities. I was just thinking about solving my problem. Okay. So y'all have to think about that your brain gets in the way a lot of the time. And you could be on the fast lane. She took me on the fast lane. She was like, here you go. It's starting next week. Here's the price. Let's go. Let's get this done. You're going to feel so amazing when you have your speech ready and you're going to be able to go give a speech in like 6 weeks. And I said, that's what I want. That's what people are waiting on with you. They're waiting on you to show up to solve the problem that they need. And speaking of that, if y'all need a speaker at some point, maybe about podcasting, business, or pursuing a dream, pursuing a passion, reach out to me, hi@KimberlyBrock.com, because it's something that I'll consider. I'm going to have several speeches that will be prepared, that will be ready, that I can adapt to different situations and different groups and different audiences. But I'm trying to get over my fear of public speaking by having a system and a way to move forward. And so there's people out there waiting on you right now. Okay? You need to show up, get in the fast lane, offer what they want. Remember, Annalisa was selling candles, but they also wanted community. And she's building a whole business around it and hosting events and workshops with other business owners in her space because she's creating a community space. But her candle business is the base of it. You can do that too. Okay? Get in the fast lane. It's your quickest way to money. But if you're going to be in the slow lane, have it be intentional, have some boundaries, and make sure you're smart about it. I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. So many people never pursue a business or a podcast or a YouTube channel or whatever you're thinking about starting, a philanthropy, whatever it is. People are scared and they don't do it and they have regrets, but you don't. You're different and I'm so proud of you. That's it. Okay. Y'all have a great day. And until next time, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com. And yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.